Hi, Julie. And what are we talking about today?
There's a new movie that already hit 10 million admissions mark in the new year. It's the movie Along with the Gods, The Two Worlds. So today we'll be talking about the secret towards the super success at the box office.
But that 10 million milestone is something we reached in just 2 weeks, I hear. And as of this morning, we surpassed 12 million admissions for Along with the Gods of Two Worlds. But I'm not surprised because literally everyone around me has already seen this movie, if not twice.
Yes, and what's interesting about this movie is that people who have already seen this movie plan to watch it again. What's the secret behind the success? Let's find out more about this movie on today's Celebrity Talk.
Along with the Gods of Two Worlds isn't just enjoying its blockbuster status here in Korea. It debuted at #1 at Taiwan's box office, and I hear it's turning profits over in the North American market as well. Now, before we really dig in, Julie, can you give us a brief synopsis of the movie?
Yeah, sure. Tae-hyun plays a firefighter named Kim Ja-hong. After dying unexpectedly, he's taken to the afterlife where 3 guardians will lead him to the 7 trials. Tae-hyun has to pass these 7 trials in order for him to really prove that he lived a worthy life and to reincarnate. This movie is full of actions, but at the same time, very emotional.
Yes, the storyline between Kim Ja-hong, his mother, and his brother, that's very emotional. And truthfully, I saw the movie as well, and I cried a lot. I wasn't the only guy.
You weren't the only guy.
I wasn't the only guy.
I mean,
Yes.
yes,
And
defend his case.
I'll say this emotional aspect of this movie, Along with the Gods, The Two Worlds, was a major part, key to success.
I've got to agree with you, absolutely, because I mean the contrition that the firefighter Ta-hong really feels, especially towards his mother, I think it's heart-aching for just about anyone in the audience. So you're definitely not alone when you said that you shed a few tears. Now, of course, I think it's all about the regrets once you hit the afterlife, right? What did you do wrong? You know, you start to review all of this. And it seems like it's a really emotionally charged movie that succeeds in kind of tapping at that mother's heart.
You're absolutely right. Along with the Gods showed us that audiences do really love emotional-driven and family-centered movies. We could also find it in other movies that surpassed over 10 million admissions mark, such as Miracle in Cell Number 7 and Ode to My Father.
We're only human after all, and we are so sentimental when it comes to stories about family. If you need a good cry, you should definitely check out this movie.
Now, I'd say one of the winning elements of Along with the Gods of Two Worlds is definitely computer graphics, otherwise known as CGI. I hear that the film used over 20% of its budget allocated just for the computer graphics, and it certainly shows. When Tae-hyun's character, Kim Ja-hong, travels through these 7 different types of hells, the backdrop is seriously stunning. I know that almost sounds weird to say that the hell is stunning, but the backdrop is just breathtaking.
They really are. While I was watching the movie, I was really surprised because how the scenes look so realistic. I mean, when the actors have to work with CGI and the blue screen, they really have to use their imagination because the graphics are added later. I feel like the cast did a really great job. They pulled off a genuine performance.
Yes, I remember there was a scene where Tae-hyun is in one of the trials and there are tree vines winding up all over his bodies, and we heard that he was jumping around on set and he was just shaking his arms on set. That looked probably really funny on set, but that scene came out really well.
Actually, a lot of actors talk about the difficulty of working with CGI because you're just in front of a green screen and there's not much to work with except yourself and your imagination. Now, a little cute side note is Ha Jung-woo was apparently really happy that the CGI team was able to kind of wipe out his breakout because he was having a bad skin day, apparently. And I think that's kind of cute.
I mean, he jokingly said that the graphic team had to stay up all night because they had to clean up his breakouts. The CGI team used Korean technology for the graphics, which helped the production to keep the costs low. It's about the 1/10 of budget of what international blockbusters would use.
Even at much lower cost, as the CGI, the computer graphics, CGI quality was impeccable. And part two, Along with the Gods, is coming out this August 2018. So we'll keep you posted on that. And we heard that there's going to be some kind of dinosaur action as well. It's going to be so fun. We can't wait for that.
The third key factor of the success of Along with the Gods was performance, performance, performance. No, we're not talking about the computer graphics, we're talking about the cast. It was a star-studded cast that had so many names and so many cameos, but most importantly, I think one underrated star, Kim Dong Wook, he was kind of considered the hidden card, the hidden ace in the director's back pocket. Now, people who watched the film saw compliments like the rediscovery of Kim Dong Wook was found through this movie. The secret weapon of Along with the Gods was Kim Dong Wook.
Yeah, absolutely. After I watched this movie, I literally became a huge fan of Kim Dong Wook. He plays a younger brother of Cha Tae-yeon's character, and he is serving in the military. From the way that he bonds with Do Kyung-soo to the intense love that he shows to people, like the way that he loves his mother and everything. I think he did a really great job in this movie. Like, thumbs up for his performance, seriously.
Thumbs up indeed.
Totally agree with you. The CGI was stunning, of course, in this movie, but Kim Dong-wook's performance was what left us lasting impression.
You know, I thought that he really didn't get much spotlight ever since Coffee Prince aired, but I think this is his big triumph and comeback. Now, I don't want to give away too much, which is why we're speaking so much in vague terms. We don't want to, spoil the movie for those who have yet to see it. But some of you may have noticed that there wasn't much of a spotlight on Kim Dong Wook during the press event. So whenever they were on this PR tour, Kim Dong Wook really wasn't that vocal about his role. And it turns out that this was because it was a tactic for the film director to kind of have, again, that secret ace in the back pocket. It turns out that's Kim Dong Wook.
Indeed, secret pocket. Kim Dong Wook's struggle between the good and evil, that was really interesting to see. And even his singing, yes, he sings in the movie, so sorry for the spoiler. You'll really appreciate Kim Dong Wook's performance and parts in the movie. Not to mention all the cameos in the movie. Just to name a few, you'll see stars like Kim Han-eul, Kim Soo-ro, and Kim Min-jong.
I think we've spoiled enough, don't you think?
Yeah, Kim Han-eul plays a judge, and there's a rumor, I don't know if it's true, I think you guys should check it out, but she is the most beautiful judge in the movie. She makes a short but very impressionable appearance.
The director of the film, Kim Yong-hwa, actually said that he had to apologize to Kim Han-eul because her appearance had to be shaved down to, of course, fit into the movie. However, Kim Han-eul was quick to say yes to the project because she was so impressed with the synopsis of the film. I've got to say, spoiler or not, her appearance was very memorable.
Yes, and also Lee Jung-jae joins the cast as the god of gods in the underworld. And he said that at first he joined it thinking that he's just a cameo, but he got 30 calls to set, so he was really astonished by that. 30 calls to set, that's not just a cameo. Of course, he plays the part to perfection. Very charismatic.
Yeah, his voice and the sound effects that added to the movie made the movie very perfect. In the movie, I don't know if you guys have noticed it or not, but his character usually put his hair down, but during the trial, he ties his hair up. There's a reason behind why he does it, and you can find out in the part 2 of the movie.
I feel like that's just the right amount of preview, so we have to watch, of course, the second film Along with the Gods. Now, it seems like the distribution rights has been sold to over 100 countries, 103 if I'm not mistaken, so be on the lookout in a theater near you. Hopefully you get to watch it in theaters. Now, of course, for the promotion, we're seeing all these different types of posters pop up in different parts of the world, as you can see to our left.
Yeah, I've seen some posts made by fans who parodied the poster.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow, Julie, what are the reactions for Along with the Gods from our international media?
Sure. Taiwanese media reported things like, it's the new era for Asian special effects in film, or a masterpiece that will bring tears to your eyes. And also, it's the approach to love and humanity in life and death are emotionally riveting. And also, a movie critic in Hong Kong also commented things like, whatever your language or the culture is, this is the movie that everyone will enjoy.
I think that's a high compliment. A movie that transcends linguistic and cultural barriers. I think that's exactly what director Kim Yong-hwa wanted to hear, if not more. Now, of course, we're very excited about the upcoming second film, but if you haven't had a chance to watch the first one yet, I'm hoping that from different parts of the world, you guys will continue to show lots of love.
Yeah, and also director Kim Yong-ha has left a favorable impression on the industry worldwide. Hollywood movie makers really recognize his special techniques and directing skills. In fact, the legendary graphic novel writer and the creator Stan Lee has asked him to join to produce and make the movie, the superhero movie, Prodigal. It's the movie about the paternal love, and I feel like a Korean director could really make the movie more emotional and moving touch.
That will mark Hollywood debut of director Kim Yong-hwa. Best of luck to him. And of course, we look forward to his second installment of this movie, Along with the Gods, coming this August.
Coming soon to us, right? During the hot season of summer. Now, it seems like most of us cannot wait till we hear more about the second installment. Now, it seems like part 2 will focus on trials of Kim Dong Wook's character, that's Cha Tae-yeon's younger brother, and he goes to the afterlife, and he needs to be, of course, put on trial as well. And I guess this isn't a spoiler anymore. Ba Dong-seok will be making a much bigger appearance in the second installment of Along with the Gods. He is apparently a home protecting god. What is that?
Dinosaur.
Oh, gotcha.
No. Just kidding.
Yeah, also in the second installment, we'll be learning about the 3 Afterlife Guardians, Ju Ji-hoon, Ha Jung-woo, and Kim Hyung-gi. We will learn about how they become a Grim Reapers and what they were like 1,000 years ago, like before and afterlife.
1,000 years ago.
Yeah, 1,000 years ago.
Talk about time slip. I mean, that is some time slip. Now, it's kind of like a prequel and sequel to the first movie, if you will. So we get the backstory of the Grim Reapers. Why are they there? Why can't they leave? Are they going to get a second chance at life? But also, I've been very interested in whether director Kim Yong-hwa is able to kind of keep in theme with his first film. So it's a movie about self-reflection, love, and family. Will this continue on into the second blockbuster?
Yes, I totally agree. Without reading too much into it, there is an underlying message that's just as impactful as its visuals and, of course, its star cast.
Yeah, there definitely is. After I watched this movie, I just have to say that this is one of my favorite movies that I've watched so far. And for the fans out there, if you haven't watched the movie, I recommend you to watch it because you'll enjoy it. And, let us know what you think about it.
Visit our official Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram,
Yes.
and let us know so the conversation can continue on. Thank you so much for all the updates, Julie. We'll see you next time.